on, people? It is Liam Caddison here with another episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is episode 17 of season 6. Yeah, we're not far off until we do conclude this season. And it's very, very scary because the next season will be starting, of course, will be the final season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I think by the time I start recording season 7, it will be around 2 years since I first began recording Buffy. So it's very poignant as we are reaching the end of Buffy. And to echo a certain David Tennant, I don't want to go. So, no, but I'm sure it will be a pretty exciting journey once we do reach season 7. I know Liam Duke has just finished watching Buffy, and I can imagine that he's just inflicted with pain and having Mad World on in the background, so, yeah. But speaking of pain, last episode! It's a good job I'm not wearing eyeliner, because, I'm not gonna lie, when I was making my coffee before sitting down right now, there was a certain, beat in my stomach that was thinking, are we at that point where things are going to start going downhill emotionally? Because I think we could all agree that there was a certain point in season 5 where it started to go downhill emotionally from there. And I think we can all take a hint about what episode that was. Because from there until the final episode of season 5, there was one episode that wasn't... I think there was one episode that I can recall, and I think it was Intervention, that wasn't trying to kick the hell out of us. So, yeah. And I just worry that we're on a similar journey. It's deja vu all over again, because the last episode... Yeah, it was really heartbreaking. I was, so hopeful. And yeah, so Xander had his reasons, of course, and this is it. Both sides, they had, their reasons why you felt sorrow for them. And doesn't make it any easier. The pain is still there, and it's only been a day as well since I last recorded my last episode of Buffy, so... I'm fresh off the pain, and I'm just worried about what Anya is going to do next, with the fact that De Hofferen is teasing the possible return for her to being what she does best, being a vengeance demon. So, yeah, I am not worried whatsoever. So, why don't we delve into episode 17 of season 6 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Let's go. There we go. Let there be light, Liam Caddison once said. Okay.
The lamb, we have to lay low. Underground?
It's figurative, doofus. Did you even
Jonathan,
read
just
Legion of
please...
Doom? Okay, enough! Visitor, get back to the monitors. The last thing that
slip
we
away
need
from
is to be surprised by the...
Jeez Louise.
Is this outside there? Oh.
It's right there. All right, don't panic. Andrew?
Yeah, I was gonna say that oh! It's got a big sharp thingy!
You're gonna hurt yourself. She's gonna break the knee.
Woo!
You're gonna have to strap her down.
Wait, what? This is why I shouldn't have had hope. This is why I should not have had hope, because it's... No.
It's time for your drugs.
What?
What? I said, if I didn't know any better, I'd think you were on drugs.
Okay.
What the heck?
But things got so complicated with the wedding and with my family and with her demons, and what if it all goes to hell and forever? But then I left. And ever since, I've had this painful hole inside. And I'm the idiot that dug it out.
Oh, Xander.
I screwed up real bad.
The wedding didn't happen.
Gotta say, I didn't see that coming.
Well done, yes, sadly.
Anya was
I
devastated.
feel crude for
that
saying
right?
that, but
Yeah, maybe you should do that, Spike. Just run along.
You know, I guess you know all about that, don't you? The king of the big exit. Heard it brought the house down.
oh no,
Needs
oh
scratching
no, this is not
That's not listening,
where we
Spike.
need to do.
Might get a bit of truth on you.
Okay, okay. Calm now. Let's turn around and release this
Turn
very manly
around.
thing.
Buffy, it's okay. Look who's here.
Buffy,
Oh no 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 no!
welcome home, sweetie.
Oh, is that Hank as well?
What? You think this isn't real just because of all the vampires and demons and ex-vengeance demons and the sister that used to be a big ball of universe-destroying energy?
Not really a
I know
great
how
track
this must
record.
sound, but it felt so real. Mom was there.
She was?
Dad too.
In her mind, she's the central figure in a fantastic world beyond imagination.
Oh my
She surrounds
god!
herself with friends, most with their own superpowers, who are as real to her as you or me. More so.
This is
Together they face grand,
mind-bending.
overblown conflicts against an assortment of monsters, both imaginary and rooted in actual myth. Accommodate a need for a familial bond. Buffy, but that
This
created
is
inconsistencies,
nuts.
didn't it? Your sister, your friends, all of those people you
Like,
created. Sunny day.
there is a
they aren't as
reason how
comforting
this
as
can
they
be
once
construed
were.
as
Are
an
they?
illusion.
They're coming apart.
It's just not safe out there, alone. You saw how close the Slayer got.
This is it. No, he's imprisoning
We're a
Jonathan,
team.
and he
Something
wants
happens
out.
To you, it happens to all of us, right? Look, I know you're antsy. We all are, but you see, things they're about to pick up, big time.
You suck.
Just gotta be
Lauren.
careful, right now. All right?
Every day I try to snap out of it. Figure out why I'm like that.
Buffy, look at me.
And this is it with
You
this,
are not in an institution.
you know,
You've
season
never
and
been
how
in an
she's been
institution.
feeling.
Yes, I have.
What?
They thought there was something seriously wrong with me. So they sent me to a clinic.
And that's where
said
it could have
anything.
branched off, right?
I was only there a couple of weeks.
But what if it was more?
I stopped talking about it.
Buffy, you're not. I'm so sorry you had
This
to
is
go
it.
through
It's
that.
easy to think this.
But it's the past.
Balls, you didn't say it was a gloggle gashmanik.
Because I can't say Clarva.
Spike's done this rodeo before, apparently, so...
I altered his reality. Get it?
Oh, Xander, that was weak form.
It's your ideal reality. And I'm not even a part
No,
of it.
she didn't even say that.
Dawn, I didn't mean...
I have to go finish my chores.
Dawn. I mean, it stings saying I don't have a sister, but it's not like she can help it as well at the same time.
See, I figured it out, love. You can't help yourself. You're not drawn to the dark. You're addicted to the misery. That's why you won't tell your pals about us.
This, you need to
Might
say
actually
that?
have to be happy if you did. And stop with the bloody hero trip for a sec. We'd all be the better for it. You gotta
Spike.
tell your friends about us. Or I will.
This is not... Buff, what are you doing? No, Buff! No, 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 no!
I don't want to go back there.
Oh my god.
I want to be healthy again.
Last summer when you had a momentary awakening, it was them that pulled you back in.
They're not really your friends.
Oh.
They're just
the
tricks
death.
keeping you from getting healthy.
You have to do whatever it takes to convince
Oh
yourself.
my God, this is...
Whatever it takes.
We talk about losing touch. Hate to say it, but I almost feel sorry for the guy. Almost. The things that poor guy was saying. I mean, I get it, you know? Been a part of the Buffy obsession.
Oh my God!
Buffy,
Whoa! Oh! Oh my heart, no! Buff. Oh, I'm hurting. I am...
What are you talking about?
Dawn, please.
Buffy, you look sick. What are you doing? What's wrong with you?
This is scary.
Girl who sleeps with a vampire she hates? Yeah, that makes sense.
Holy shit! Oh my no! I don't like this. This is scary.
Buffy, stop it! I'll be good.
Buffy, what are you doing?
Oh no! But please, can it jab her again? Oh no! That's good. Okay, Tara, let's go. Effie. Oh no, Buff. Oh my goodness.
Buffy, look at me. You've got a world of strength in your heart. I know you do. You just have to find it again. Believe in yourself.
Oh my heart. This has to be yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh my heart. Oh my goodness. Call that fatality, biatch. Oh. I just feel like I've just been thrown all over the place here.
I'm afraid we lost her.
Oh my goodness. What the hell was that episode? Okay, so that was a pretty rough episode. It was good. It was just really rough, like how emotionally haunting it was, really. I mean, yeah. It was just a very interesting idea. Like, there were some things that felt a bit, you know, weird. Like, especially the whole, I don't know, the whole mental illness side of things could have been, like, construed a bit better, especially when, you know, she told Willow that she was sent to an institution because, well, a clinic, because of the fact that, like, they reacted so rashly, her parents, that she thought she saw something. And, you know, like I said, I think overall, I think it could have been handled a bit better. And I think the whole bit about her being sent to a clinic to begin with, I don't know, it feels like they've just thrown that in. Like, I'm thinking back to when Flutie reviewed what happened in the school that she burnt down. like, I don't think anything like that was brought up, and one would have to think, would that be brought up anyways? But overall, I just feel like it's a great idea to, like, make, like, especially the way they ended the episode. It makes you, like, think about which world is real. And, you know, alternative universes are no stranger when it comes to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We have The Wish, which, you know, you can count as an alternative universe, especially with Vampire Willow there, who crossed over into it was the real universe. I feel like this is, like, more so an alternative universe, if anything, but it is like an illusion, if that makes sense. Yeah. I feel like that is a good case of it. I'm not sure. It's kind of like my dream theory. Like, you're dreaming this scenario, but I've always had the theory that the dreams are connected to the multiverse in a sense. So it's weird to explain, but it would just be very, very, like, cheap if the Buffy that we've endured for the past 6 seasons, it would feel like cheap if it wasn't the real universe, because it would be like one of those, it would be like one of the most infamous endings, like, to a show where, you know, you have this reveal, oh, it was all a dream. It would feel like that if this, like, a more, I don't know, well, not a more, but a less subtle way of saying it's all a dream, I guess, if you were to diminish this world. So, yeah, it was just really, you know, sad, like, especially with the way they were testing Buffy and how she's already in a dark place, and now she's having this, you know, split regarding which world's more real. Because, you know, it does sound very ridiculous, of course, like, especially if you're living in this world, the whole idea of vampires and demons and whatnot. Like, if you mention that to someone, people will just, you know, think it's all, yeah. But we've grown so attached to the show, and, you know, that's the thing with, you know, shows in general, like Doctor Who, like Buffy, like superhero shows. We break out of that reality, and I don't think you could diminish something like that. So yeah, it's very dark, but it's interestingly done. Like I said, I feel like there could have been some ways they could have, like, I don't know, not made, like, mental, I don't know. That's kind of a thing that's kind of, like, there for me, is my sentiment about, oh, they could have handled the whole mental illness thing a bit better. But I do appreciate what they were going for, because it was a very mind-boggling situation, because you can really sense that this is a testing circumstance on deciding what world is the real world. And yeah, this is it. Like, I feel it's also very interesting to reflect on this episode and look back at Buffy when she first, you know, wanted a normal life. And now we have this scenario where, it's always, you know, been this way, and all of these, you know, situations that you've created, it's as if your mind is rejecting, you know, normality. And I don't know how to explain it, but we have heard Buffy, of course, you know, wish for normality, and then you have a possible scenario where it's always been normal. So yeah, but there's also some very, very intricate, like, things as well. Like, there's one that I choose to believe, it might not be, you know, anything to go by, but there's the Institute in season 4. And where is Buffy in this episode? That could be like a little bit of real world leaking into the Buffy that we know and love. You could have construed that as that, but I feel like that's, you know, stretching, or grasping for straws, as they say. But the interesting thing is the fact that she had a momentary return when she died. And that's really interesting because I'm just thinking back to, like, when she was happy and, you know, I've, you know, speculated she was with her mum. Well, this is it. She could have been with her mum, and, like, this is it. You could chalk that down to the closest, as we'll probably get to see, because there's such an ambiguity, or they're trying to create that with the two worlds. But like I said, it's not exactly real, but it's also possible, especially with Buffy's you know, backstory about how she you know, went to a clinic when her parents thought that this was a bit, you know. And still, the way it sounded, like, I'm trying to imagine how Buffy, you know, said that to her mum. I don't know, it just feels a bit weird in a sense, like that, how rash it was. Like, okay, let's get you to a clinic, and, you know, you're crazy and all of that, and yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. I feel like they could have handled it, like they could have steered it more to the center, because it seems like it's careening off. Did my OBS just freeze? Interesting. Anyways, I've just fixed the hard drive as well, so anyways, as I was saying, yeah, it feels like they're careening off with that. I don't know. It's just some of the, like, pieces are a bit, yeah, so. But, yeah, it's just very, very interesting to, it's just very, very interesting to analyze these two worlds and, you know, look at Buffy, like, not knowing what to do. She's trying to figure out her depression, and that's been a season-long thing, sadly. And this isn't really helping with the how real it feels as well, how it's, you know, testing her. So, but it's also very, very, you know, scary, especially with her past, especially with how she was sent to, like, an institution when she was younger. Because I just feel like it is a bit rash. But, yeah. And it's just very, very interesting to see, you know, how things go about, because it is a very, very scary situation that Buffy has been not just in when she was a lot younger, but now when she's struggling to figure out which world is real. And this is the scary thing, both can be. Like, you gotta think Crisis on Infinite Earths, for example. Like, you gotta think that there are superheroes out there, and then there's this universe where you have Clark Kent, you have Barry Allen, or you have Peter Parker and Tony Stark, all those people. But they're not who we know them to be. They're just normal people. It's a normal world. So it's not implausible to think this isn't an alternative universe, but this is what I'm saying. I think it's both, in a sense, like my dream theory, but I don't know. I don't choose to believe, of course, that the Buffy that we know and love is all mirage or whatever. It can never be that, because that screams the whole, oh, it was all a dream. It screams that. So yeah, but it's a very interesting idea of what they're doing, especially with how, you know, there is the human element outside the scripts, of course, the real world that we are living in, and of course, like, going back to what Buffy said, you know, what's more real, But yeah, it was very, very heartbreaking. And I think Sarah did a very fantastic job in terms of her acting. She was very, like, when she broke down telling about the institution at a young age, when she said goodbye to Joyce, she was really superb. I mean, as I've said before, she's an amazing actress overall, but there are some episodes where she just kills it. So, yeah. And then there was the whole Spike thing regarding Buffy being addicted to, the sadness. And I think that is kind of true. Especially with, everything that's been going on in season 6. It's just, you think back to the last episode where you have that kind of nice moment, and then you have this moment where it seems very vindictive, especially with what Buffy's going through. And then there's this whole be a hero situation, and this is it. That's kind of what Buffy's adopting when she is choosing between the two worlds. So, yeah. And it's just really sad because Buffy's trying to figure everything out. She's fighting her depression, and when she's at a point where she's split between where she's split between two worlds and doesn't know which one's real, it just makes things even more heartbreaking. So, but yeah, I thought this was a great episode. Like I said, some things I feel like it was really mind-boggling. I'm not gonna lie, but when you look at certain things, you think they could have stopped. Like, the car was had steering issues, and it was like going left and right in terms of certain subjects like mental illness. But overall, I thought it was an episode that was very tough to watch because it was very thought-provoking, and with the way it was it ended, it was leaving people up to debate, and I could see what they were going for. But like I said, I don't, I could never accept the Sunnydale world, the Buffy world that we've known and loved. I can never accept that as being an illusion, because that would be very, very cheap. It would be very, very stupid, and yeah. So, but I like what they were going for, especially this tug of war situation that Buffy was in. So, and it was very scary at times, especially when she went to confront Dawn. And I just wish Dawn handled things a lot better. Like, I'm not one to, cause I usually sympathize with Dawn, because she's young and she's had a lot on her plate, and I know a lot of people in the Buffy fandom can really gripe at Dawn for stuff that I can pass off. But I feel like Dawn was being a bit excessive, in my opinion, because she knew that Buffy was, fighting this vulnerability, and, she reacted very harshly, in my opinion. So that's probably one of the rare occasions where I will, not be so, okay, well, it's not Dawn's fault exactly. I feel like that's one of the few times I can feel like I can be like that. So yeah. The kerfuffle with Spike and Xander as well was great, especially with how Spike was goading him. Jeez. But there was also that guilt from Xander as well, that he still has that love for Anya, but it might be I don't know, with Anya and how she processes, and the fact that she might be a bit more difficult than other people. It might be a bit of an ask, so we'll have to come up with that at some point. So yeah. And then there was the whole Tara and Willow situation, which, I said in the last episode, there's hope for Tara and Willow. This is why you don't get to, no one can be happy, like I said. You know what? The girl that kissed Tara, She's not gonna have, like, I'm going off what I said in the last episode about how no one could be happy, and how I made the joke about Riley's wife just dying 5 seconds after the last scene in episode 15. She's gonna just fall off a mountain. That's it. I'm calling it. The girl that Tara kissed, she's gonna fall off a mountain. So, because no one could be happy. This is it with this show. I've just accepted that fact, but I'm still going to be a clown about things in terms of let's ship. Because that's me. I am a clown. So, but yeah, maybe there will be hope. I don't know. But we also had the return of the trio, where Warren was being a dick. My W's and R's, it's a thing with me, so yeah. But yeah, he was being a dick. Jonathan has shown more hints that he does not want to be apart from this, and, you know, you can't blame him with how appalled he was with the whole Katrina situation. And yeah, I worry that something's going to happen in terms of Jonathan and how he's being a bit defiant to Warren, especially. Fuck's sake. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Overall, though, this episode was very tough. For the most part, it was a pretty solid episode, but like I said, I feel like some things could have been, you know, handled a bit better, especially since, you know, I know what it's like, especially with having, I guess, what's classified as a mental illness. So, you know, things like that can hit home. And I don't want there to be any kind of guilt towards mental illness. And, yeah, but I feel like, for the most part, it was a very creative episode that had a very, very interesting structure about it. So, yeah, this was quite the episode. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!